everyone, Trisha Hirschberger here. Square Enix and developer People Can Fly recently unveiled gameplay for their new IP, Outriders. We were invited to get our hands on the game at a private event in Los Angeles, and we learned quite a bit. So here are 5 things that you should know about Outriders before its holiday 2020 release. Number 1. Outriders is a third-person RPG co-op shooter. It was developed by People Can Fly, a Poland-based developer who worked on the Gears of War franchise with Epic Games, as well as the games Bulletstorm and Fortnite Save the World. Number 2. As with any new IP, story is of utmost importance. Outriders takes place in the year 2159 on a planet called Enoch. Earth is gone thanks to war and climate change, so humans had to find a new place to live. You play as an Outrider, the front line of exploration. Think of them as pioneers with a nice arsenal of assault rifles and shotguns. When Outriders set foot on Enoch, it's a lush green world with forests, lakes, and snow-capped mountains. Unfortunately, this moment is short-lived as the Outriders are caught in a strange storm called the Anomaly. The storm forces you, as an Outrider, to seek the safety of your cryopod on the ship, but you don't wake up until 31 years later. And before you can wipe the cold from your eyes, you're in the middle of war on the now desolate and barren planet. What now? Luckily, your brush with the Anomaly left you with some powers. Number 3. Thanks to the Anomaly, you are now altered! Or, you have powers. At the start of the game, you're able to create your character and choose one of 4 classes: Pyromancer, Devastator, Trickster, and a 4th class that is yet to be announced. The Pyromancer class wields the power of fire. They can turn an enemy into a thermal bomb, send a wall of fire across the battlefield, or paralyze a group of enemies for easy pickings. The Devastator controls the power of gravity and earth. They're a close combat specialist that can cover themselves in rock-like skin and damage enemies with powerful ground pounds. And the Trickster can bend the laws of time and space, allowing them to slow time, teleport, or wreak havoc with their temporal slice melee attack. Choose wisely, because the class you select is what you'll be playing with the entirety of the game. If you want to play with a different class, you'll have to create a new character and start all over again. Number 4. Outriders is linear, but it feels like an open world. What does that mean? Well, the game has a structured story, in-depth RPG mechanics for weapons and abilities, and a definitive path for the player to follow. However, there's also a hub filled with vendors and characters where players can interact with NPCs to get side missions or to follow different story branches. Even along the game's predetermined path, you'll run into characters needing to help solve a problem or taking out a guy who can conjure tornadoes of fire. Number 5. Outriders is a co-op game, but there's no PvP, meaning that you can play the entire game by yourself, or you can play the entire game, campaign, and side missions with up to 2 other friends. However, there is not a player versus player mode. Sorry, no PKs this time. Oh, yeah, Outriders is not a games-as-service game as Destiny 2, The Division 2, or Anthem. There is a clear and definite end to the story and the game. And bonus, there's no microtransactions or loot boxes. Huzzah! So that was Outriders. After about 2.5 hours of playtime at the event, playing co-op with another streamer and Q from our Newegg Ninja team, I had a lot of fun. I was initially concerned that the difficulty might be too tough when playing solo, but in an interview with the devs that is currently on GameCrate.com, link in the description if you want more info, the devs said that the difficulty does scale according to how many players are currently in-game. Good to know. To me, it felt unforgiving in a good way, and the playstyle felt very akin to Gears of War. It was enough to make me want to play it more in the future, which is great. So if that sounds like something that might be up your alley, please look for Outriders to launch during holiday 2020 for PC, Xbox One, and PlayStation 4.